Welcome back. So we are on the home screen dot. As I told you already right in the previous video that we will just retrieve data, and below this app bar let us go ahead and start working. So you'll have body right in here, and then we say StreamBuilder right in there, less sign and greater sign. Okay, right in between we'll say query snapshot, and right after that brushes, and take this down. In here we will say stream, and right in the stream we are about to create the instance right towards the Firebase Firestore, right towards the collection of items. So from there right to the specific order time, and then we will just retrieve the data, get the data, okay, right from the collection of items. So let's go ahead and create that instance. So in here we'll say Firebase Firestore dot instance, then we say dot collection. Now we have to provide the collection path. Just take this down from here so that you guys can see it easily. So you guys know already we have to give the same key name that we gave before. Okay, so in here we'll say items, and then we'll also just get it by the order by. We're gonna simply just get the specific time. So in here string, and then we say time right with this comma, and then we say descending true. So we will get the data like that. Now simply what I'll do from here, order by, get this down so that you guys can see it easily, and right after that we'll simply say dot snapshot the data. Just take this down like that. Now below this in here we'll have builder, and we have to provide the contacts in here. Right with this we'll say asynchronous snapshot. So in here we will just write it, and then snapshot as type snapshot in here, and call the brushes, take this down. So now in here first we will set the if condition, and then we say snapshot dot connection state. So we will just check the connection state of a data, as you guys can see. So in here we say if snapshot dot connection state, if that gonna be equals to add to the connection state dot waiting. If there will be any kind of waiting, or let's say loading, so in that case we will simply just return what right in the center widget, right in the center of the screen, and in here we'll say child. We will have right in the center of the screen circular progress indicator, as you guys can see the suggestion right in here in case of any waiting. Okay, now in here brushes, and right at end semicolon. Right with this add the const modifier. So that's the working of if. Now below that in here we'll say else if. Now in there we will simply say else if. In there we'll say snapshot dot connection state, if that's equal to the connection state dot active. So this time we're gonna simply just check it for the active. If it's active, then only in that case we will just retrieve the data. And also with that we're gonna simply just check one more thing. So in here we'll say if snapshot the data dot data, then I'll check. We'll also save the specific doc, and we'll say if that's not empty, only then we will just get the data, retrieve it. Okay, so in here make sure to make it in a proper manner, as you guys can see. Now in here call the brushes, take this down. So we have to scroll down, and so now right in here we will simply return ListView, as you guys can see right in here. With that in here we'll say builder dot builder. Okay, so for now on we will just remove that, and we will add it in a while. Right at end semicolon, and take this down. First we'll say item count. So we have to just provide the item count for the total length of a data. So in here we'll say snapshot dot data dot doc specific, and then with the length. Get that in here. Right after that we'll say item builder. Okay, so in here we'll say build contacts, type contacts in here, and then we say let's create a integer type index, because we're gonna just get it at a specific index number. So in here curly braces and take this down. Now it's time to just simply return the design widget, the ListView one. Okay, so in here we'll say ListView widget, and we go with the suggestion. So we have to now just get the data, retrieve it from the Firebase Firestore, and just pass it to this design widget, which is ListView. Okay, so for now on we will just dial this and we will edit one by one so that you guys just don't get confused in that. Okay, now ListView widget. Okay, write it and semicolon and tag this down. The first thing that we wanna get and pass is gonna be the doc ID, document ID. Okay, so in here we'll say snapshot now, and we'll say data, we'll check dot doc and with a specific index, and then we say dot ID. We're gonna get that and pass it. So now on, if you guys just press the control and click upon that doc ID, it will just pass you toward the ListView widget. Okay, as you guys can see. Okay, that's why we create that in here, so we will receive it, and we are just using that, for example the item color, image 1, and all of this thing. Okay, as you guys can see, we are using that right in the design. Let's scroll down or towards the widget build. There we go. For example, we are just using that image 1. Okay, and also the user image, the name, and item model. There we go, and so on. Okay, so we use that specific thing right in here. So that's why we are about to just pass that in here, the first thing, which was doc ID. Now we will go back towards the home screen dot, and below this let's go ahead and just get the item color. So in here we will say snapshot. What I'll do, I'll just copy that from here for time saving, copy it, and in here paste it. So we will just change that. Snapshot data will be same, document with a specific index, and we're gonna simply just remove that, and in here we will just write in here get the item color. So you have to provide the key name, which is right inside the collection of items, right in the Firebase Firestore. Guys, the name must be similar, remember that. Now right after that, and one more thing, we have to just remove that dot, because we just copied that and we didn't remove it, so the error will be gone. Okay, now right after that let's get the images. So in here img1, and then just pass that. So we'll say snapshot data docs index, and then we just remove that from here with a dot, and in here bracket, and then we say right in the string URL image 1. Guys, the key name must be similar, otherwise it will not just retrieve the data. Okay, so make sure it must be same, as we are getting that right from the collection of items. Now we're gonna also get and retrieve the remaining images, so we have to copy that and in here paste it for the second, third, fourth, fifth. And here we will make some changes. So in here we'll say image 2, and all of the thing will be similar, just write it and we will change that like that. Okay, Let's do it for the remaining one. And fourth. The last one is fifth. Okay, now we will simply just get the user image, which will be the profile. Okay, so in here we'll say snapshot dot data with the doc. So in here we have to provide the index, and with index in their bracket we'll say img right in the string, guys, remember that. So img, now the key name, okay, it must be similar, img pro, because the user profile image right in the collection of item as by the name of img pro. Let me also just show you right in the Firebase, right in the collection of items. So here we are right in the Firebase, and there we go with the collection items right in the Firestore database. Okay, items, and there we go with the key names. Okay guys, for example the img pro, item color, model, and so on. So that's why I'm telling again and again, the key name must be similar, otherwise you will not retrieve that data from here. Let's go back in here. Right after that we're gonna simply get the name. So in here let's get that. So you'll say snapshot dot data, I'll check with it, and dot doc specific, then with the specific index bracket again right outside, and then we say user name right in the string, guys. Now let us go ahead and get the data and pass it. So in here snapshot dot data doc bracket, in here we'll say index, and with that bracket again in here time, and with it we'll also say dot to dat. As you guys can see, there we go. So this video is getting a little lengthy, so we will just divide this video and split it into two. So basically that's it for this video. Right from the next video, right from here, we will be working.